Overall, it's a good group of players. We've got 6 guys coming in, 5 kids from the state of Michigan, and an international player. But it's a good group of athletic, technical, very sound soccer players, but also a good group of student athletes with a couple of high academic um, accolades from some of the guys, which will set the bar for us in the classroom as well with our team. Vaughn's from Garden City. He plays on one of the top club teams in the region in the Crew Wolves Academy from Livonia. Coached by some great coaches that I know personally. But the biggest thing about Vaughn is he adds an element of speed that we really need. He's a all-state track athlete. He's a sprinter. He can play anywhere on the outside of the field, and we're excited for him to be able to get into the lineup early in his college career and help us stretch the field and help us put some pressure on teams by getting himself forward. Yeah, Dylan's somebody who's been on our radar for a long time, and like Vaughn, he plays in that Wolves Academy. He's left-footed. He's extremely fast. But his biggest thing that he's improved on in the last year or so is just his maturity on the field and decision making, which I think has made him one of the more college-ready freshmen coming in. I think that he'll find his way onto the field early and be able to play a couple different positions for us, but mainly in attacking roles, probably on the outside or even into a forward position. But we're excited for Dylan to be coming in. He was a high school teammate of someone on our team, Morley Burns, at Rochester Adams. So Dylan's going to come in as a freshman and hopefully really help our attacking side of things. Yeah, Winningham, another player who's played with some of our current players, Mitch Reinhardt, Lockie Savage, Zach Lalega, that whole Canton, Plymouth, Salem crew. But he's left-footed, he's athletic. He's been coming up to our camps the last couple years, so we've developed a great relationship with him. And he helped lead his team to the state championship this year, one of the best defenses in the state of Michigan. So he'll be vying for time at the left back position. He's left-footed, and I'd say his biggest quality is his ability to spray passes all over the field with his left foot. He's got great range, smart enough to play the short pass, but if he needs to help us stretch the field, take free kicks, take corner kicks, he's got a potent left foot, so we're excited about him. Yeah, Mitch and Tyler coming in from the same high school, state champions. But Mitch, what a versatile player. He can play holding mid, attacking mid, outside mid with his club team. Even recently, he's been playing forward. So the style that we like to play, a lot of interchange, a lot of guys, making runs, rotating. I think he'll be able to fit in a couple different spots. He was the captain of his team, so he brings great leadership. He was an MVP at our camp last summer. So another kid that we're excited to have coming in, who will fit in pretty much anywhere in the midfield, as well as the ability to get forward if we need him. Yeah, Jesse will mostly play in the back for us. He's played a lot of different spots. He's been in the midfield for his club in high school sometimes, but for us, he's super athletic. And like I said, he's the term that can really describe Jesse is blue collar. He's a workhorse. He's athletic. He's physical. If you have the ball, you don't want to end up on the wrong side of a Jesse Jones challenge, and that's something that in our league is very important. Very Midwest style, GLIAC physical player. So he'll be able to add some athleticism, some speed, and just that workhorse mentality to our back line, which we've been pretty good with already. But I think he'll add a whole new element that will be strong for the next 4 years in the back. Yeah, Michael Lamb is transferring to us from Oregon State. Originally from England, grew up playing in the Sunderland Academy, which is one of the top academies in England. But the experience he's had playing in that academy and then coming over and playing Division One soccer at a high level, extremely high level, starting 16 games this past fall, playing against teams like UCLA, Wake Forest, North Carolina, Stanford. Just that experience. He's only 19, but the experience that he's had in his soccer and life career, I think, will help shore up our back line. He'll be physical. He'll be very vocal, and really bring some leadership for the next couple years to again just add to what we already have, which is a great back line. We only let in, I think, 18 goals, 19 goals in 22 games last year. So a strong defense that's hopefully getting better with kids like Michael and Jesse. Well, biggest thing for these guys is just to come in and compete right away. I expect all six of them to come in and fight for starting positions. We've got all of our starters returning, but everybody knows, at the beginning of preseason, it's free for all. We want everyone to be friends, to have camaraderie, but at the same time compete every day in training. And it'll be a grind for some of them coming out of high school, maybe not used to those competitive training sessions, but we expect a lot out of them on the field. I think all of them are ready to come in and contribute. Not sure if they'll be coming off the bench or starting yet. That'll be to be told in the future, but I expect all of them to come in fit, ready to play, ready to balance school, and if they need a little help with stuff, that's what we're here for, to give them the resources they need. But I'm expecting big things out of all six of these guys, not only this year but into the next 3-4 years. We finished the year with a small roster, so we actually could have used a few more guys, and because of injury or whatever else we actually lost about three through the process at the end of the year. So, the six that come in will actually give us a solid number of 26, because we'll have 20 returners, which to me is a perfect number. We'll have three goalies, 23 field players. We can play 11v11 at practice, but the chemistry is just going to come from getting to know each other, playing together, competing. We do a lot of stuff off the field with little team bonding, team unity stuff, but there's stuff like that I put together, but then again, the guys live near each other, they hang out together. We've really got a good group that gets along, and that helps each other when they're fighting for each other on the field. So, I'm not too worried about the chemistry. You want to have the best team chemistry you can be, but it hasn't been a concern for us. So I expect some of these guys, especially guys that know some of our players already and know each other already from playing together in the past, I expect it to be hopefully pretty seamless, and we can get into a role here pretty quickly in August. Well, I would break it down in two sections. I would say, one thing that they've got to think about is their own individual development, as far as, the team game. But the second thing is, a recruiting and a self-marketing standpoint. How do you get yourself out there? So from a development aspect, I would say try to get better every day. No matter if it's going on some runs on your day off, trying to find some educational ways to help yourself learn about the weight room and proper technique and building strength, and then competing every day, whether it's practice or games or just pickup games with your club team friends. So that individual development at that age, 15, 16, coming to 17 is huge. But then again, you've got to be seen. So, every college offers recruiting camps, summer camps, emailing coaches, being proactive in that sense to get yourself out there, so you're not only ready as a player, but now you're giving yourself opportunities to put yourself in a college situation or be recruited by a school. And there's schools at all levels: Division 1, 2, 3, NAIA, junior college. So you've got to get yourself out there, and you've got to develop yourself as much as you can, because no one's going to do it for you. So the biggest thing for these guys is just to be proactive and be mature in their development and their kind of self promotion, as you might have to call it. But at the end of the day, if you get yourself out there and you do the work, you're going to get noticed, you're going to get an opportunity, and that's what we see in a lot of the guys we're bringing in, guys with those qualities the last couple of years.